How fluent should I be in English to become a cabin crew? And how can I sound impressive while talking? And how can I be a good communicator? So, if any of these questions have ever come into your mind, then you are at the right place, because today in this video I'm going to give you answer of all these questions. Hi everyone, my name is Tasleem, and today in this video I'm going to tell you some tips regarding communication skills and English fluency. So if you are new to my channel, please consider a moment subscribing to my channel, because I make content around English fluency, career and aviation. First of all, let me tell you what is the difference between being a good communicator and being a good English speaker. Okay, so first myth that I want to clear is that good communication skills does not mean knowing good English. Okay, so many people think that if we have learned to speak English, then we are good at communication, right? So, but communication skills is a different thing and knowing English is a different thing. Okay, these two things are very different, right? So actually communication skill is a art and English is a language. So communication skills is like a art which you can develop like as you develop muscles by doing regular exercise, right? So, and knowing English is a kind of learning or memorizing a thing. You can learn any language, but you should know the basic etiquettes while talking. Okay, now I will tell you how you can be a good communicator and how you can be a good English speaker. Okay, first of all we will talk about the communication part, right? So what comes under communication? Okay, let me tell you that. So your voice tonality, your body language, your gestures while talking, and if you are smiling or not. Okay, so these all things comes under communication. Okay, so you are talking to your audience and you are talking to your friend. You are very good at speaking English, but you do not know the basic etiquettes. You are not making eye contact and your body language is not good, like you are showing negative body language, then probably the person who is talking to you will not be interested to talk to you, right? So there is a lot of difference between communication and English. Okay, so first of all you need to master the communication part, right? So how you present yourself in front of others and how you say and how you express yourself, how you carry yourself comes under communication skills. Okay, so please take care of all these things like eye contact, voice tonality. And for example, if I am talking to you and I will not look at the camera and I will look at you look somewhere else, so you will not be interested to listen to my words, right? And I am talking to you, I am making eye contact, so you are feeling connected, right? So you can see that I'm making a lot of hand gestures. I'm using my eyes too much. I'm sometimes my eyebrow goes there and sometimes my eyebrows eyes go there. So this is the way I express myself. If I will speak like this, hi everyone, my name is Tasleem, and today in this video, so you will not feel interested, you will not like to see my videos. Okay, so maybe probably you love the way I speak and you love the way I express myself, because so many people have complimented me that I express myself a lot. I'm very expressive. I express myself with my eyes, with my hands, with my body gestures. So this is really very important while you are doing communication. Okay, so yeah, now we have talked about the communication part, and now let's come to the English part, how you can be good at speaking English. Actually I have discussed a lot about English, but yeah, still I would love to share my own journey with you, how I learned English and how my journey started. I will explain everything in detail in my next video, but now I will give you some basic tips. First of all, the right attitude can make a lot of difference between failure and success. So stop thinking of yourself as someone who is learning English. Instead, start thinking of yourself as someone who has learned English and who already knows English. I know that this is a small change, but this will definitely help you to be more confident, and it will also help you to use your English effectively that you already know, right? So you must have heard about your subconscious mind, right? So if you will give positivity to your subconscious mind, then your subconscious mind will act according to that. Okay, so if you are saying these things again and again to your mind, that why my English is not improving, I have been trying a lot but still I'm not getting good at English, then your English will not get, not become better, right? So what I want to say here is that please try to visualize yourself as someone who already knows English, and try to give your mind positive vibes, feed your mind with positive ideas that yeah, I'm trying very hard and my English is improving, I'm becoming more confident day by day. So definitely your mind will start working like that. Okay, so our thoughts becomes our actions. So try to be very positive, and please never be afraid of like negative comments people say about you, that you are not good at speaking. You so many people have told me as well that you are rolling your eyes too much, and you are doing overreacting. But I never keep their comments in a negative way. I always ask for feedback, and I always try to improve myself, and I introspect myself. I watch my videos again and again, what mistakes I am doing and how can I improve that. Okay, so taking feedback in a positive way is really very important. Please be open to the feedback. Ask people like how I am looking, and do not care like if they are criticizing you. Next thing is that the key to learn a language is finding the right balance between studying and practicing. Okay, so what I want to say here is that you are studying about English grammar a lot, but you are not actually practicing English speaking. Okay, what we are doing is that we are studying, we are theoretically getting so many things, but we are not practically applying the things, right? So English fluency is not about knowing good grammar rules and having a strong vocabulary. It is not only about that. It means that you are able to speak in a flow and you are able to express yourself, right? So for a while I would say that please do not run after the grammar books and grammar rules. First of all, start speaking, then gradually you will come to know what mistakes I am doing in grammar, and then you can learn about a little bit about grammar. Yeah, we cannot ignore the grammar as well, because it is also very important while talking, but in the beginning you can ignore this part, right? So you must have seen so many native speakers also make grammar mistakes, but that is completely fine. Okay, so when you are speaking, try to speak a bit slow. Okay, do not rush while speaking, and give some appropriate pauses while speaking. So pauses allow you to think what you are going to say next. Okay, so you must have seen so many native English speakers that they put a lot of stress on some words, and while they do not put stress on other words. Okay, so in the same way we can do to practice these things to make our conversation more interesting. Okay, earlier I was very good at theoretical English. I used to get 100 out of 100 marks in my English exams, but where I was lacking in English speaking. I could not express myself. Okay, so I was speaking very fast. If you see my previous videos, so please speak at very slow speed in the beginning, so it will make you feel more confident, and you will seem more fluent as well. So these were my tips that I follow and I have been following from last 1 year. You can also try these things. If you find this video helpful, please do not forget to press that big fat like button, because it motivates me to make more videos, and your appreciation matters a lot to me. And thank you so much for watching this video.